Welcome back to Rural Roulette. This is episode 2 and it's getting bigger and better. I'm your host Bovare and today's episode is about Dr. N. Let's spin the wheel to see where she landed. Tshilidzini is a regional hospital in Thohoyandou, which is in Venda, Limpopo. It is 2 hours away from Polokwane and 5 hours 20 minutes away from Johannesburg. Departments available are casualty, peds, OPD, surgery, internal med, ortho, anesthesia, obs and gynae, as well as dermatology. There is also a trauma center available for sexual assault victims. About 15 ComServes were hired this year, and as known for hospitals in Limpopo, there is no overtime, but there is rural allowance. You can do your diploma in certain departments such as internal med, peds, ED, and obs and gynae. Now, Dr. N says the biggest challenge of working here is poor primary health care, resulting in an overcrowded ED by P3 patients, coupled with regional referrals and trauma P1 cases. And trust me, that sounds like a lot should you find yourself as the senior on call. Enough about the facts. Let's talk about living situations. Firstly, I'm going to need you guys to let me know in the comments whether this is rural or not, because I don't know, I see a royal jungle. It's giving Pride Rock with a little bit of City Girl. And if you don't know where Pride Rock is, you're giving uncultured. Anyway, they have a DQ available, as you can see. It's said to be a sharing situation with other allied health professionals and junior doctors. But Dr. N opted for an alternative accommodation instead, and a lot of it looks quite decent, if not luxurious. Can you survive without a car? Apparently yes, there's Bolt available, but let's be honest guys, ComServe needs a car. Now, you guys will forgive me the pronunciation. I'm not necessarily Venda. I can only say but there are shopping centers like Shayandima and Tawani Mall, as well as a gym within a 10-minute radius. So most of the things you'll be accessible to in this town, even things like laundromats and beauty salons. And for those who don't like to cook, there's definitely a KFC, Nando's, and McD's with drive-thrus. There are also a few local markets, and apparently the most enjoyable activity in the area are cookouts called Jiboto. This is part of the wildlife that they're living with. And speaking of wild, they also have clubs as well. But a particularly breathtaking spot for me is the Nandoni Dam. It looks so tranquil and serene. Most definitely on my to-do list for the year. Now for a few words of wisdom from Dr. N. She says, given that medicine has circumstantially become so unstable, given that instability, you need to look at your life as a whole. And as medicine, just one aspect of that whole. Think about what you want your life to look like and what you would want it to be, even if medicine wasn't there. Because there are changes that come with ComServe, and the changes are real. And if you fixate your future on this one thing and don't make the rest of your life stable, then you might have big challenges. Profound. Well, that's it for episode 2. See you next week with a new town, a new hospital, and a new spin on the wheel. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and send some perseverance. Also, if you know you're a ComServe and would like to be a part of our initiative, please go to our Instagram page at rural.roulette and send us a DM for more details.